Hello, I'm Leona Dooley, and this is Ebony, Ivy, and Thyme in the kitchen. I have water in this pan that I'm going to bring to a boil. I'm going to add some salt to salt that water, and this is just kosher salt. So it looks like it's a lot, but it really isn't that much. So I'm gonna put the top on it so it can come to a boil, and we're gonna be putting some cabbage leaves into that water. Okay, so I've got cabbage leaves, and I'm gonna place them in the water. We're going to make some cabbage rolls. And all I'm doing is just blanching. I'm going to blanch them. Then I'm going to lay them out on my towels. See when they come to a nice color and they're a little soft. And turn them over. Doesn't take long to soften them up. Turn this down just a little bit. And if they break, it's okay. The stem that doesn't look too good. Get that out. You see them turn green. Once it turns green, bring it out. Nice, soft green. Okay, good. Let's put that in. It's got a little spot on it, but that's okay. We'll break that off in a minute. This one I think I'll throw away. Take this one out. Take this out. It's kind of like making egg rolls. The only difference is instead of using the egg roll wrappers, we are going to use the cabbage leaves. I think I have more than enough to do what I want to do. And that's what you do. You have to play with how much you have, see how many rolls you want to make, and then that will determine how much of the cabbage you need to blanch. Okay, we're good with the blanching. I'm going to bring this pot back, but I'm going to pour this water off, and then we can move on to the next step. Okay, I have chicken, and we're going to be using that chicken. So I'm going to pull out a plate, and I'm just going to take, oh, that's the rice. I'll we'll hold on to that. One container. There's a chicken. And I don't think we'll really need more than one. I had fixed this chicken yesterday, actually. And from the juices of this chicken, I made the broth to put the rice together. So everything has been well seasoned. And I'm going to keep the bones here because I'm planning to make a little soup later in the week. So I've got my meat off the chicken, and I probably have more than I need, but it's better to have a little too much ready than not enough. So let's take the meat off of this leg. Okay. I'm going to get my scissors actually and cut this up. It'll save me a little bit of time and guarantee that I have nice small pieces. I don't want the skin, so I'm going to toss the skin back into that container. So when I make my soup, it up. My kitchen shears are always a good thing to have handy because they really do save you some time when you're trying to put these kinds of dishes together. You can just snip, snip, snip. Okay. And there we go. Now, if you need more because your family's larger, then you will add more. But as of this moment, this is enough, and enough to let you know what to do. Okay? So, there's our chicken. And I'm not going to need that part of the chicken, so I'll put that over there for the soup. Alright, on this plate, we're going to put the mixture together. Now, when I prepared this yesterday, prepared the rice, I literally put the chicken in the pot, put some seasonings and peppers and greens and all those kind of things into the pot as well, and just simmered it for a couple of hours. Now what I'm doing at this point is that I'm just mixing with my hands, just mixing, and yes, my hands are clean, the chicken and the rice. Now I'm going to go and get some soy sauce and a few little Asian spices along the way. I'm probably adding, I have to have some pepperoncino in there. And I had already put salt, pepper. I don't need any of that. So let me wash my hands. And then we'll be ready to continue. All right. Now what we're going to do with this mixture, let me get that there. Let me bring you right back. Okay, I have some, this is Kikkoman soy sauce, and as soon as I can open it, doesn't want to let me in. There we go. Be careful if you do that to tap it. Now, I'm just going to spread a little soy on there. So you want that flavor. And I'm going to get my pepperoncino. Sprinkle just a little because I didn't put any in yesterday. I just kept it very basic: salt, pepper, onions, garlic, and lots of bell peppers. Okay, now this is what we're going to do. We're going to take the leaf. I'm going to use my scoop. I'm going to scoop up a little bit. It's kind of like making the lettuce rolls when you get to P.F. Chang's, only these are going to be cooked. And if you've made egg rolls ever, then you know exactly what we're doing. And we're going to try to keep all of that in there. So I'm going to cover that up. And when I lay it, I'm going to turn it down so that it will stay. I'm going to start with the larger leaves first. I think with that one I probably had a little too much. And I'm going to roll over. I have to break the stems off a little bit and just fold it in and then fold it over. There's two. Now if you go with the curve of the leaf, that's where you put your food, then it should stay together pretty well. Okay, so you're going to go over, fold your ends in so that everything stays tucked in, goes in, and then start to roll it. Roll, tuck, and continue to roll it. Now, is it going to be easy and cooperative? No, you're going to have to hold on to it until you get it in here. Sometimes the stems are hard to work with, so if you have stems, just kind of break the stems off. I'm going to tuck, fold over on each side, and then continue to roll it, just like egg rolls. And it's art to it, but we're being functional, we're not being artistic. Some of these are kind of small, so I'm going to use the larger ones. And I probably have enough to do maybe two more. And that's fine, because I think I have enough in there for Papa and I. You have a little too much stuffing, then just, it's okay, you can break it out. Now I'm going to put some chicken broth and a little tomato in the pan and simmer these until they're nice and hot. Now in this case, this one's pretty broken up, so I'm going to use two. See if that works. Gives me more of a base. Fold it over. All right, so that's all I'm mixing. Rice will be used later in the week. And we are finished. I'm going to clean up here, and I'm going to use these cabbage leaves later to throw it in some soup. So, there we go. This is ready. Throw this in the trash, and I'll finish cleaning. You missed it. I poured a cup of tomatoes in and sprinkled it over my rolls. I added in 1.5 cups of water, and I added in a sprinkle of seasoning. So I'm just going to let that boil, keep it covered so it'll get nice and hot. Let it come to a good, I don't want it to be a hard boil. I just want a nice simmer for about the next 20 minutes so it can get good and hot. Okay, I'm taking it down so you can see what I've been doing today. The big guy, years ago, put shelves, pull-out shelves into my cabinets. Now this house is about 34 years old, and I had quite a hodgepodge of accessories, and lots of, which I'm sure if you go under your cabinet, you're going to find that you probably have a hodgepodge as well, of lots of little containers, whether it's soup containers or Chinese takeout containers, whatever they might be. But I had a lot. I had a lot. So what I've done is that I bought a package of new containers, and I went through and just had to eliminate. If it didn't have a top, if I couldn't find the bottom and the top, boom, it was gone. So I'm in the process of putting all of these things back into the cabinet. So you will see that I'm looking at like these, for instance, are Betty Crockers, and I purchase these all the time because if they get stained, I can replace them very easily at the Dollar Tree. So these are my little oval containers. They make great containers for if you want to put a dinner together that somebody can come in. If they're out late or at a football game, they can come in. Dinner's already in their container, and all they have to do is stop and throw it in the microwave, and it's ready to go. Now, so what I am doing is trying to figure this system out to put everything back where it needs to be. So this has truly been a venture of love today, because you always end up with more containers than you have tops, and so I am putting all my little bowls. They're going in there. They have tops. Those are my little bowls that I use for spices, or sometimes I use them when I'm videoing, and I just want to prepare, and especially if I prepare it in advance. Now, this is one that I can already tell I don't have a top, but I really like this bowl. So guess what? This one's going to get to stay. He will get to stay regardless, so we're going to keep that there. This is a little tuna strainer that, it's always some kind of gadget that you find, and my little tuna strainer is going to stay right in there. This is my bagel slicer, and I'm putting the tops that go with my glass jars in there, and I have some that are extras, So I'm going to just slide them right there underneath the tuna strainer. Now, I tried to keep everything that was glass, and I do have certain things that are Pyrex, and most of the Pyrex dishes that I have tops, but unfortunately not all of them. So every now and then I will run across one without a top, and if that's the case, then for those I will choose to keep them. I did find one of my drink containers, and certainly I'm going to need that. These Pyrex, these are Cottonelle, and I have the bowls that go to these, and so the bowls are actually where the regular bowls are, the dinner bowls are. So I'm going to pop them in right there because I can't lay it down for the moment. Now, so I'm continuing, and I'll let you see what it looks like once I finish, because I don't want to bore you to death with all of this. But it's been an all-day adventure off and on. Alrighty, we are back, and it's time to take the top off. You can see that heat coming off and see it simmering away in its tomato sauce. Now, I could have used, I think, probably some marinara sauce. We could certainly adapt it and pour marinara over it, but I didn't do that tonight. I stuck with the actual recipe, and I think they're going to be delicious. So I'm going to turn the heat down. I'm going to get the plates, and I'm going to put these on the plates. Now, some of them I can already see have simmered so that they are actually starting to come apart, but most of them have held together very well. So I'm going to fix the big guy's plate, and of course I'm going to give him the ones that look the nicest. So he has his. And I'm going to take two, probably, okay, I got it, there we go. Now you can take some of the tomatoes, put them on put that little sauce over. You can see that one broke, but this one held together. So I'm going to just hold on to that for now, and this one that broke, I think I'll take that one. And that'll be the one I taste. So that's okay. You know, it happens. You're always going to have one or two that may not necessarily hold together. All right. Now, so we've got our little rolls. I'm going to wipe our plate up, and then we're going to turn, and there are some toppings that are going to go on this. So, all right, we're ready to go. I had my tablet here, reviewing a video. Here's the big guy's plate. Now what you want to do is that you want a little bit, remember we're thinking more vegetable-y, more Mediterranean. So I'm going to add some tomatoes to his plate. I'm going to get those to look nice. See, the cucumbers are trying to go along. That's okay. In 4 slices, and I'm going to take these and stick them over there for right now. I'm going to take those little pieces. My hands are clean, so I'm going to put those there. I'm going to scoot mine just a little bit, and I'm going to take the other tomatoes, and I have a few more over here. I'll throw those in, so we'll each have 4, and if he wants extras, he can come back. And then I have my cucumbers. Alrighty. And the rest is dropped into Now these are little radishes. So I'm going to take some of those radishes and sprinkle. Radishes are good for you. And we could even just sprinkle the radishes over the rolls. But what's going to top those rolls are just a little bit, a dollop of sour cream. And, you know, you should have done it the right way, where I put them in and just made sure I had all of it, but I didn't do that, so let's see if I can do better the next time. Of course not. There we go. The sour cream's giving us a hard time, and probably it's gotten a little soft. Okay, so those are going into sink, where we'll get all that washed up after dinner. And I'm going to clean up my mess here that I made with my sour cream. Yuck. Alright, so the big guy's plate is ready. I already know you'll want more pepper on his salad. If you like salt, he's going to want a bit of salt. So I typically take care of that, and sometimes I don't, but most of the time I try to do it right and be the good wife. I'm going to put his dinner on a tray. Because he is watching television. And for him, dinner is served. Now, let's see what we can do. Let me get a knife. And let's, oh, you know what? I really didn't need to do that because I forgot. I had the one that broke. So we're going to take that apart. I'm going to have a chance to taste it. Got messy. All about the tasting. Oh, that's good. How easy. So I'm going to put this down in the show more box. I'll put the recipe down there because this could not have been any easier. 30 minutes, done. This is the kind of dinner you want to come home to. If you have to come home and cook, this is the one you want because it's nice and quick, tasty, filling. We've got rice, we've got everything we need. So that's my plate. This is the big guy's plate. I'm going to take dinner into him. And guys, blessings to you and yours this evening. I hope you have a wonderful time enjoying your family and just having a great time. So I'll see you soon in the kitchen.